Hi everyone, so I'm Alex from Chromlech company. Sorry about my accent, we are from France. I try to do my best to explain the Gleamer. The Gleamer is this product here. It's a low voltage dimmer. Low voltage because it dims bulbs from 6 to 28 volts, 0 to 100%, but to select the output voltage. And it's dedicated for this kind of low voltage bulbs. The idea behind this product is that when you are used to put bulbs in a serial way, to put them on the 230 volts or something, for aircraft, by example, SELs, you need 8 of them. For Svoboda, you need 9 of them. Now you can use only 1 of them and drive it independently. And you can also use any kind of low voltage bulbs, 6, 12 volts, like this kind of small 2-pin bulbs, and especially for decoration or to have high beam output. So on the setup here we have SELs, we have Svobodas, and all the bulbs run independently. The product here is a 16 amp input, and it outputs 9 times 12 amps. It's mainly a power converter, DMX controlled here. We try to make it as compact as possible so that when you put them together, like here, 2 boxes, it's 1 rack of 3U, and here you have 6 boxes, it's up to, you get 54 channels of output, and it runs on 32 amps, 3-phase only, like a small dimmer, but you get 54 outputs. And the outputs are high current outputs, so you get a lot of lumens for that. I mean, when you want to do a beam, a high power beam, you may try to do that with LEDs. So sometimes it will work in the near future, but up to now it's quite expensive, and the white is not as usual. I mean. Here, if you use classical hardware like aircraft SELs or existing hardware, you can reuse it in a different way, just having it controlled independently, which is something new, totally new. And you, at the same time, you can make use of profit of the high efficiency of those kind of bulbs, because they run at a higher current. They are very, very efficient as a lumen source, a light source, about 2 times more efficient than a regular voltage bulb. It's a kind of a trade-off waiting for LEDs to get available for this kind of usage, while you can still reuse your hardware, so you save a lot. That's basically the idea behind this product.
How do you configure it for different voltages?
Pardon?
How do you configure it for
okay. On the front panel here, you set up the output voltage, the maximum output voltage. So you set it to 6, 12, 24, 28, or you can even set it volt by volt.
What about the input voltage? Is it adjustable?
It's 200 to 240 volts.
Okay.
Yes, 50, 60 hertz.
So
Okay.
the Sockepex output on the back, that's a non-standard Sockepex wiring.
Yeah, basically you have the earth in the middle, and then you have 9 circuits. If you have a full cable, full Sockepex cable, it works. But you need specific wiring at the end at the projector. But those kind of projectors are still specific, because for the Svoboda, you need to wire it using 9 circuits if you want it independent. So you need, in some end, your own wire, but it can be made compatible to the previous wire using a serial link.
You don't see any conflict with having a different standard of Sockepex wiring to the rest of the stabilizer industry?
No, if that's a worry because of this wiring, we also provide a wire terminal on 2 different, here, the output connection is on an independent plate so that you can change it, and we provide also wire terminals so that you can do your own wiring and set it the way you want. It's an option.
So can you set the output voltage per dimmer?
Either for the wall dimmer, that's an easy setup, or channel by channel, that's an expert setup.
Does it support RDM or anything for doing the setup remotely?
That will be next software version. It's upgradable on the field, using DMX so that you can change and upgrade the software. Inside, it's a fully digital design. That's why we get this kind of accuracy. That's a fully digital design driven by digital signal processors, which are among the latest digital signal processors on the market, because we need to run very high-speed computation to monitor the output and control the conversion stage digitally.
Digital control or digital switching?
Both.
So it's not SCRs?
It's
the switch is not SCR?
It's not SCRs. It's
IGBT?
IGBTs, and
So
we can
jokes.
use MOSFET or IGBTs, and it's high-speed switching. Digitally,
What's the switching frequency?
About 10. That's about 50 kilohertz.
50 kilohertz.
Yeah. So at the same time, you can remove the noise of the filament. You don't need transformers. So if you want to integrate your bug in the setup of the stage, just remove the transformer and do a direct wiring. So it's small form factor.
Is it sine wave dimming?
No, not really sine wave. It's specific dimming for bulbs and low voltage. But it's not really sine wave. Sine wave have some other physical properties.
Is it DC?
It's close to sine wave.
Close to sine wave.
Yeah, it's not full AC.
It's not full AC?
No.
Okay. How much does that weigh?
Good question. Like the paper?
So I can just pick it up.
Yeah. 7 kilo. 7.7 kilograms.
Do you make an individual one, or is it always in 9? Like for a beamline?
No, it's 9 by 9.
Okay.
Individual will be kind of expensive because of the control system and so on. But if you need individual, we can do it.
I'm just thinking when we use beamlines as follow spots,
Oh, I see, yeah.
instead of having the transformer and the dimmer, you can
Yeah,
just
that's
give
right.
them a local dimmer.
Yeah, that's something that could be done. But at this time, it's 9 because of the Svoboda, maybe.
And how much does it cost?
About 2,000 euros, one priceless. Something additional is that if you need more power, let's say that you have aircraft, 600 watts, then you use 2 channels and you couple them together in parallel. And then you double the output power. You can even go further.
I love it.
Really? Thank you.
No, I did a show last year which was all about individual ACLs
Yeah.
with transformers. So it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's remove the noise, the transformers, and use your ACLs 3x3, 1x1, 5x5, whatever. But
so the
you
problem
get you keep your ACLs. It's just
The
different.
problem was they got the transformers wrong. So it was all a nightmare.
Yeah.